Last year, as you guys know, I got my fence stolen, and then I had left a couple kale plants in pots at the allotment to let my friends come and grab it. And this was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now. And so that would be the end of May, beginning of June, which is planting season. So somebody stole them. Someone in the garden stole my kale plant to plant in their own allotment. That's literally what happened. All right, so we stopped out to pick up some free wood because someone in the neighborhood was giving it away. So here we are at 8 o'clock in the morning in a weekday, strapping a bunch of wood to the car, and he also gave us a bunch of 2x6s. So we're going to use all of this at the allotment just to help build the raised beds, I guess. Yeah. We popped by to just water the allotment, and we added some more sticks until we have time to do the Florida weave that we're going to do on the tomatoes. And it's another smoky day out, but not as bad as yesterday. There's another mice there? A baby. That's probably what the mom was running away from. I'm so glad. So we had our giant pile of weeds here for too long, clearly, because a mouse thought it was a safe place to make a home for her babies. Do you leave the mouse out of the bucket? Yeah, he's right there. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't know if he'll survive. Well, the mom's gonna come back. Okay. Just don't put it in the bucket for the garbage bin. So I'm a little worried about the quality of the soil because you can see that my plants have quite the nutrient deficient color. The new leaves are kind of okay here, so it could just be that they were in my pots for too long. But also at the same time, the cucumber beetles are already here. So they've already started to eat all the leaves. I had tons of blooms open on these pumpkins, so they were just filled with cucumber beetles. So that's their damage there. But otherwise, my garlic still looks good. We just planted a rhubarb there, which I'm excited for. The onions, those stuff are still looking good, but everything else is kind of just looking really bad. I mean, the weeds look great, beautiful green weeds, but all of my plants are just looking really bad. So I'm feeling a little stressed out right now. None of my plants look like this at our home garden where we added new soil in. And I mean, we did plant these way later than we did at home. Like we planted at home maybe 3 weeks before we planted here. So they do need time to catch up, but maybe I'm overthinking it. But either way, that is all we were doing today. Look at the beautiful lupins in my neighbor's property, and we'll be back again shortly. So we're at the allotment, and in a random new change of events, there is a fence here. So first our fence gets stolen, and now a new fence shows up. We have no idea what's going on. We came to water, but it is actually currently raining. I just can't tell if it's raining enough to consider this watering the plants, which I don't think it is. So maybe we'll do a quick water, and then we are out of here. So we are going to the allotment today. We stopped off on Wednesday before that soccer game that I showed you guys. And I was just telling Colin, I'm really struggling now with the allotment. Ever since I went there last, and I'm just making rhubarb syrup with all of the rhubarb that I got gifted from the neighborhood. So I boil it with sugar and water, and then I extract the liquid out of it into a strainer, and then I turn the leftover rhubarb into like a rhubarb fruit roll-up in my dehydrator. So I'm just working on that right now, and thought I would talk to you guys about the allotment since we're heading out there. But last year, as you guys know, I got my fence stolen, and then I had left a couple kale plants in pots at the allotment to let my friends come and grab it. And this was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now. And so that would be the end of May, beginning of June, which is planting season. So somebody stole them because when we went last weekend, I noticed they were gone. But I was like, my friends never mentioned like that they picked it up, but whatever, maybe they forgot. And then they messaged and they were like, sent a picture of my comfrey that was there. And they're like, is this the kale? It doesn't look like it, but just wanted to check. And I was like, well, if you didn't pick up the kale, that means somebody stole it. So now I'm at another time this year where somebody's stolen from me. And like, it was the end of May. Like, you essentially were stealing plants of mine that like I could have been planting. They don't know that it was for my friends. So they literally stole plants that I could have been planting in the allotment. And I messaged the coordinator and she was essentially like, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, this happens. And to me, I just think like you didn't steal the kale because you're hungry, because you aren't going to eat the kale out of the pot. Someone in the garden stole my kale plant to plant in their own allotment. Like, that's literally what happened. And anyway, so I'm just thinking like this is the place that I'm now gardening at, where every single year or every single thing that I have there, I just have to expect to be stolen from me, which is such a crappy feeling. And my gardens here are like filling in nicely. They're vibrant. There's lots of green showing. There's flowers on stuff. And I was saying to Colin that when I think about the allotment, to me, everything just feels beige. It's like the beige wood chip walkways, the beige switchgrass, mulch, the beige plants because they're nutrients. Like, everything just feels so blah to me. And so I've been thinking about giving up my allotment. So my plan is to do it for the rest of the year and obviously finish it off and harvest things. But I'm on the wait list for another allotment, and I'm 8th on that list now, which means that there's a chance that I can switch over to one that's a little bit closer to my house, because this allotment is a half an hour drive. It's really far. And usually when I get something in my mind, it's really hard to convince me otherwise. And it's in my mind right now that I'm going to forfeit this allotment at the end of this year. So that kind of feels crappy after all of the hard work that we've put in. So I'm hoping that maybe the harvest will be really good this year and that the theft will stop and I'll feel differently about staying. But I'm not sure. And because it's a half an hour drive away, I can't go every day. And now it starts to feel like I'm only going there purely to check on my stuff to see if it's stolen. Like, I'm not going there to garden. I'm going there to patrol my garden. And like, that's not enjoyable. And it's a reality of an allotment and a shared space because it is like a public park people can walk through. So yeah, it's a bit of a disappointment. Anyway, the fence that we showed you earlier, I got an email that night from somebody who said that they found the fence tangled up in like a donation pile. So they untangled it and gifted it to me, which was really nice. So thank you, Janet. So that mystery has been solved. And she says that she put it inside my allotment. So we'll see if it's been stolen since Wednesday, because I don't trust anything now. But if not, then we are going to install that. And we collected a bunch of wood because somebody undid their deck. So we're going to bring a bunch of wood today too, that at some point we're going to use to build the raised beds around each of the plant rows. I'm just going to keep moving business forward business as usual and not put too much money into anything, a little bit of effort, see what happens, and then make a decision at the end of the year. And we're also going to bring our rain barrel today and the stand. So we'll set that up, water the garden. I'm going to bring comfrey so we can make some comfrey tea in the rain barrel. So at least we can fertilize it once we, like next week when we go after it's been fermenting for a week. So we can maybe make those pumpkins not look so sad. But yeah, this has been on my mind for a couple weeks now. So we'll see what happens. But I will bring you guys along because we're going to go and the weather's blue skies and sunny. So, oh, and we're going to stop at the Botanic Garden on the way there to go see the peonies because it's peony season. So I'll bring you guys along for that part too. So anyway, let's go look at some flowers. Sometimes I'm wearing it and it's gonna go up my nose. If I sniffed. So we're now driving to the allotment, and this is probably the most full our car has ever been going there. We got a cushion and the rain barrel and the stand in there, so we're jammed to the rafters, and there's even wood here. So, and then I foolishly forgot my runners, so I only have my sandals on. So I guess Colin's going to be doing all the heavy work, and I'm just going to do the watering, which is so much easier. Hope you don't mind.
What's new on that?
Right, we just got here, and honestly, I feel like everything looks exactly the same as the original day we planted it. And this is exactly why I'm so frustrated coming here, just to see nothing ever change. Like, it all looks exactly the same as the day we planted it. The only thing that seems to be growing are the weeds. And I was feeling so like positive about the garlic because it's doing so good, but
Okay, well, we're obviously doing something wrong in this garden.
I know.
So
I know.
we gotta fix that.
I feel some kind of way about it, so. All right, shall we go unload the car?
Yes, please.
See, like again, the hose is hooked up and there's not a soul around.
Yeah, I'll just undo it. Pepper.
Like, this looks like shit. Oh, I'm really mad.
Fix it. What is this?
Probably doesn't help that we water once a week or twice a week.
You think that's what it is?
I don't know.
God, this is the strongest weed ever.
Do we know where we want to put it?
No, where do you want to put it? The side of the fence or the other side?
I had thought about that side. I just don't want it to like fall over into someone else's garden.
It won't with the thingy.
With what thingy?
With the base.
Okay, then let go left.
Left. Just put it over here temporarily.
Yeah, and then let's put it actually like right here. Because then I'm kind of hoping maybe the one single hose
We'll do it.
will do it. Seems like you could use help.
Sure.
Okay, put it down. Okay, don't break it. I didn't build it that strong.
It's hard to carry it otherwise.
I know, but you could have just put it down a little nicer.
Second, let me get this in here. Okay, ready? I don't know if I'll fit through the gate.
Wasn't the whole purpose of building a big gate so we could fit things through it?
That's true. Oh, look at us. We even fertilized some of this stuff, so I don't know.
I'm so frustrated. You're gonna have to dig before you can put this.
Oh, you don't think it's level?
No. There's a big giant like lump there. That's why you brought the shovel.
Yeah.
And the hope is I want to fill that before we leave.
Water? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get this?
Couldn't. It's so hard. You gotta dig that out. It's like... It doesn't even want to rip.
Holy.
Like, what the type of shit is that? It doesn't even want to rip up. Where are we putting that stuff?
I was trying to decide if I just want to put it on some of the walkways for now to help block some of the weeds.
As long as you don't roll your ankles.
I don't know what to say.
It's a good idea.
The only other safe spot is over here because it's harder to steal, I guess.
That will kill some weeds too.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Am I good to do the water?
Yeah, I can do the water. You want me to help you do the water? Is what?
No, I'm asking if I can move over to just watering now.
Yeah.
Did you bring out the bucket with the comfrey?
No, I did not yet.
Okay, we could do that after. I just got sprayed in the face.
Yeah, that thing is the worst. Only benefit.
Did we bring any tools to put up this green fence?
No, not today.
Okay, perfect. Okay, stop it. Quit it. Why do you waste water like that?
It's making it rain. All right, I shovel myself a flat surface.
Look at what is going on there. What's with all the water? What air in the lines?
It's always like that. So you want the comfrey in here?
Yeah.
The mulch doesn't seem to be working.
It hasn't rained, so unless we come here and water, and on Wednesday we didn't really water that much.
No. It rained a little bit, but not a crazy amount.
No, I know.
Okay, I'm putting everything in here?
Yeah, there's not even that much.
Okay.
The plant's just not big enough yet.
So we just put some comfrey from our garden into this wheelbarrow. And the idea is for us to add some water before we go and let it break down over the next week or so, and then come back, and when Bree comes back to water during the week, maybe we can fertilize some of this plants since they're not doing so well.
Is it already like secure and level and safe?
I'd say so.
Well, that's not. That never is, but...
Yeah, I think it's fine. So I just need the water afterwards to
Do you want me to fill that up now so then you can start watering with the hand watering can, or do you want to do something else?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
And I have to bring a different hose because using this like is the stupidest.
Yeah, the head on it?
Yeah, I can't believe it broke after one use.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I guess that's why they sell them for so cheap. Although someone on Threads also made a comment about how their head nozzle breaks after one use too.
That's weird. Ours has never done that.
No, the one we get off Amazon, that one breaks every year.
Every year, yeah.
It never lasts more than a season.
That's true. I think we need to bring that indoors.
I want to know a company out there who guarantees that their hose doesn't die, that their nozzle doesn't die in one season?
We've in Burlington, ours never died every year.
I just think like these companies build them just to die.
Yeah, they're not meant for the outdoors.
I know, that was our downfall, is building the fence so close to the back wall.
This looks painful.
And we know better too, considering we did this in Burlington.
This garden should have been,
Once we empty it, yeah, I'm thinking maybe once we harvest everything,
yeah,
then we can just cut a little tiny trail back there.
Yeah, sure.
We'll never get our biggest, best onions if we don't weed, since they hate it.
How do you know that?
Because I did a video on it.
You did one without
growing
weeds?
Onions. No, on everything onions need to be like happy and grow big.
Then you don't mind
See,
it.
look at these weird ass things. What are these?
Oh, weird. Creeping walking onions, maybe?
Definitely not walking onions, but what are these? If someone could please tell me. Something's happening.
Where? Oh, it's filling up. Where is that end? Is it not at the top? Oh no, you can't do it like that.
You did it like this.
I did it like that? I thought I put it at the top.
You're the one who must have, as you were transporting it, must have done that.
Oh, give me a sec. I'll put the lid on top.
Ooh, I hate wet gloves. It's equivalent to wet socks to me. Do a little refresh on our seating area. Okay, you're gonna have to go out. You have the keys to unlock that door.
Which door are we talking about?
This one, to
Oh,
go
this
turn
one.
off the outdoor,
Yeah, on my way.
because it's just about to start pouring over.
Am I turning it off?
Yeah. Oh, it's pouring over.
Okay.
You guys need to see this. We filled it. Its overflow is saying it's overflowing.
We just need bigger screws.
So it just like snapped back in?
Yeah, because the screws are basically
Okay.
just like this much outside of it.
So we need to bring bigger screws for
yeah.
that side.
All right, I'm gonna lock this up.
And this is the last of our fence. Thanks again, Janet, because you just saved us like at least $25 to $30.
Thank you, Janet.
The irony of our fence being stolen and then one being returned back to us.
And it's much nicer.
Yeah, and because that fence got stolen, we built this wood fence. We wouldn't have built this wood fence had that not been stolen.
True, I'd have kept it open.
So,
All right, so we're gonna have to come back and tie this up properly. I don't feel like doing it right now.
but
Too hot.
we also just don't have the tools for it.
That's true.
Okay, so that is everything for today's video. I'm pretty stoked that we got the rain barrel set up. I just hope that it stays secure because I really would never want that to fall on anybody. That would be really sad. Yeah, so I guess right now the plan is I'm going to try and come back like 2 to 3 times a week and continue to water until the plants get stronger and they can handle less rain because they are really small. So I think in part it is a little bit my own fault. Yeah, still feeling the way I feel though. That is just kind of blah here. Although the fence brings me a lot of joy. Finishing the fence and getting the rain barrel does bring me joy. Yeah. And I don't think we have a ton left in this series, this allotment series anymore. We have a bunch of wood that we collected to make wood raised beds. And then I think that's the last task because we have the composter here. We have our bin here. Well, I would like to dig out the bin a little bit. And then we have the rain barrel. So I think once we finish building the raised beds, I think that's the end of the series. So I think we maybe only have 2 to 3 episodes left and then we're done with this allotment. And then if I do end up getting a new allotment, maybe we'll start a whole new season and a whole new location. But otherwise, that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out this video here. Bye.